What was it like playing in that game on Saturday? Just the way they stretched you out, the pace, everything.
Playing that game on Saturday, it was a new challenge because they're a faster paced offense and they have a lot of athletes just trying to get them up in the space. So that's got to helping us for some of the Big Ten challenges that we're going to have for this year. So playing that game, it was just a new challenge, a new environment, and they're just trying to get us ready for this.
You were Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, but you also, according to Meyer, missed 4 or 5 tackles. How do you view the way you played?
Like Coach Meyer said, I really don't feel like I played good enough. I can't be missing those tackles. I got to start wrapping up a little bit better. But I feel like as a team, we did a great job. As a defense, we just got, like I was saying, we got to capitalize on those missed tackles, and that's going to stop us from getting all those yards.
I think the number used was 16 missed tackles. I mean, how do you evaluate just the way you guys were able to bring down, Cal in space? And last year might have been something that caused a lot more worry from Coach Meyer. It didn't seem like he was quite as worried as he was last year.
I feel like Coach Meyer wasn't as worried this year because I feel like we did, like I said, better as a defense. But like we had to try to get those missed tackles to like a single digit number. We're more looking like for 5 or 6 or something like that. But we ended up having 16. But a lot of those missed tackles are guys just taking shots and knowing they have other guys coming back, other bullets having their back. So a lot of people were just taking shots and they knew they had other guys running in there behind them. So I feel like we just did what we had to do.
This year it didn't seem like it was quite as magnified because last year when you guys missed tackles, Bigelow took one back for 81 yards and whatnot. It didn't seem like you guys, like you said, gave up as many big plays as a result.
Yeah, last year when we missed tackles, we missed tackles and we didn't have leverage on the ball. And this year we had leverage on the ball. Just guys was taking shots after he was trying to cut back in and they was missing on those type of tackles. It wasn't more of us missing leverage. It was just more of us just missing shots in open space.
Ryan, what happened on the late hit on the quarterback? It looked like he sort of okey doked you a little bit, and like pulled up, or was that like just a lack or lapse on your part?
To me, from my vision, I thought he wasn't all the way out of bounds yet. So, but that was a stupid penalty. I can't be doing that again, and it won't happen again.
Hey Ryan, if Florida A&M played the greatest game it's ever played, and if Ohio State played a horrible game, could Florida A&M win this game Saturday?
This is the reason we play football. Anybody can win. So we just gonna go out there like it's a new challenge. They have athletes just like we have athletes, so we're gonna have to do what we have to do and try to get this win.
Do you feel like you do know? What do you know about Florida A&M? Do you know anything about the program or the conference they're in, or anything at all at this point?
I know a little bit about them because I have a few guys that I played against in high school that went to them. But right now I haven't really watched that much film on them. I'm going to watch some today and tomorrow. But I know they have a bunch of athletes, and I know some of them guys are from Florida, and I know when you're from Florida, you got some athletes. So.
This isn't certainly a marquee game. Do you feel yourself, is it hard to get excited for it? Or is it football, hey, we're out there, there's 105,000 people, we'll be ready to go on Saturday?
Just like you said, it's football, it's 105,000 people out there. Anybody can win on any given day, so we're going to go out there trying to win just like we did with Cal, with San Diego State and Buffalo. We're going to go out there trying to do what we can do and try to get this victory and another W.
But is it hard to get motivated? I mean, is it hard to get motivated during the week? You know you're playing somebody that isn't as good as...
I don't feel like it's hard to get motivated because the thing is we practice against each other every day, and going against a new face motivates you because sometimes you just get tired of going against your own players. So just seeing another jersey and another face across the line, that motivates us that much.
Not to beat a dead horse, Ryan, but you guys went off to Cal on prime time, and then next week you've got Wisconsin on prime time. This week you got Florida A&M at noon on the Big Ten Network. How do you get as jazzed up about this?
Like I was saying, we got new faces, so we just gonna try to go out there and beat up on them new faces like we beat up on every new face that we see. We just gonna go out there like we're playing Wisconsin and try to win. The main goal is to get a W, so that's what we're gonna try to do.
Ryan, when you were a young player here, your freshman year, you were a backup. You weren't starting right away. What's it like in practice? Is it easy to push yourself in practice and get the mental reps when the ones are out there and push yourself just as hard as it is when you're a starter, or is it hard sometimes when you are a backup to go as hard in practice?
To me, I feel like when I was a backup here, I went as hard as if I was a starter because any given moment you can get in the game. So I took the mental reps just as if I was taking game reps because like any given moment, somebody can go in and somebody can make a play. So to me, a backup or a second string guy should just practice as hard as the first string guy should. So.
Because it seems like when people are talking about Kenny and what he's done, everybody talks about the mental reps he takes in practice and has taken in practice his whole career. Could you guys notice that?
Oh yeah.
He was a number 2 QB. He was still going through everything.
Yeah, you can definitely notice what Kenny and a lot of the second string guys are doing when they're not in for those reps. They're watching and behind the guys that they're supposed to be behind, taking their extra steps and extra reps to make sure that their game is ready. So yeah, like when Kenny's back there taking his extra reps, you can definitely see it, and you see that he's capitalizing right now.
I don't know how often you guys go ones-on-ones, but when you're on the field against Kenny as opposed to Braxton, are there things that you have to like make mental notes of? Okay, Kenny does this better than Braxton, or Braxton does this better than Kenny. What sort of things do you sort of make mental notes on when you're going against the two of them?
To me, to be honest, I feel like both of them are pretty good runners and both of them are pretty good passers. Braxton might be just a little bit shiftier than him when it comes to the run, but I feel like both of them you have to study for them are almost pretty much the same, because both of them can squeeze it into a tight window, both of them can throw it over your head, and both of them can beat you with their legs. So we just go in there and practice like we practice against Braxton or we practice against Kenny. We just trying to stop both of them.
I know you guys arrived back from Cal pretty late, so late it was early. Are you behind on your game prep because of that compared to where you would be other weeks?
I don't feel like we're behind on our game prep, because if we was behind, Coach Meyer would definitely take care of that. So I don't feel like we're behind on our game prep. Coach Meyer and Coach Mick and all the other coaches know exactly what they have to do. So I feel like the coaches are doing what we have to do just to get us ready for this next upcoming game.
I think you were mostly shorts from the Cal locker room.
Can I get my shorts from the Cal locker room? No, actually I had these shorts in camp because these are some pretty comfortable shorts, so I just I just threw them on.
Hey, Ryan, I know you already got asked this, but you know the tackling question has raised its head a little bit. But do you also couch it with who you were playing? I mean, that team's all about getting you out on the edge. I'm talking about Cal and stuff. And I know you probably already asked it, but do you guys as players couch it on who you were playing, but also do you feel like you've improved, obviously, compared to this time a year ago?
Oh yeah, I feel like we definitely improved from this time a year ago. But like I was saying, we got to capitalize on the tackling. We can't be having double-digit tackling and expecting to win. So we have to definitely lower the tackling. And but I feel like we're definitely a lot better than we were last year.
Have you seen anything on Florida A&M yet?
No, I watched a little bit of them, and that was when they was playing Mississippi Valley State, and that was like 2 weeks ago, but I really haven't watched that much on them yet.
You know, Coach Meyer said that, some things are obvious. He's not going to try to sell this as other than what it is, but also you guys need to improve and stuff. How do you guys as players look at this game, this kind of game?
Like I was saying, we look at this game just like it's any other game. We're going to go in there, we see new faces, so we're going to try to whoop on them. Like any other game, we're going to try to get a W, and that's the main goal.
I think you were mostly a defensive end in high school. Did you feel like, kind of going back in time there, that play when you came off the edge, and do you feel like you're going to maybe do a little bit more of that going forward?
To be honest, I don't really know what the coaches have me doing going forward, but yeah, I feel like I had a blast back in the past because, like going rushing the end was pretty fun back in high school. Like I kind of miss those days, but I love playing linebacker. But so.
How much of a transition was that, playing D-end in high school to playing linebacker here, and now you kind of established yourself as one of the best linebackers in the country? But how big of a transition was that?
It was a pretty big transition. That's kind of one of the main reasons I came in early, so I could learn under one of the best linebacker coaches in the nation, and he helped me develop into the linebacker I am today. And yeah.
And you always knew, even though when you were playing D-end in high school, you were going to probably be a linebacker in college.
Yeah, I pretty much knew that I was going to be a linebacker in college because I was too small to be a DN in college.
Ryan, were you lonely at all Saturday, being the only linebacker on the field for so long?
Yeah, it was kind of.
What was it like playing in that kind of defense, I guess, for an extended period?
It was kind of different because normally I'm used to seeing Curtis on one side or probably Josh or something.
Yeah.
But seeing a bunch of DBs out there, but it was a little bit different. But just knowing that I had a bunch of guys out there, knowing that everybody trusting each other and everybody's gonna make plays, that's all that matters.
Brian, when you see FCS opponents beat other BCS schools, like what goes through your mind? Is it almost like, oh Lord, look what happened to them? Or are you almost a little bit nervous because that, what happens what if that happens to you one day?
We look at those opponents just like it's a regular opponent, like it's Wisconsin, Iowa, any Big Ten opponent. We just go out there, try to win the game. So when we see them beat other teams, we see that the other teams probably overlook them. So we're not overlooking any opponent. We're going to go out there and try to win every game.
Jared, thanks, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Well, you played a lot as a true freshman.
Here's the gunshots, by the way. No, go ahead.
You played a lot as a true freshman, so you probably understand it a little bit more than most people would, what Joey Bosa has achieved so far. Can you explain a little bit of what that experience is like to play as a true freshman, especially in a defense that's a little bit complicated like this is, and then maybe what you've seen out of Joey that would explain why he's having some success?
To me, I'm gonna say the first one first. I feel like Joey's having a bunch of success because he's under coach Mike Vrabel, and he also went to like a premier high school in St. Thomas Aquinas. I played against him my freshman year in high school, and they just have all their guys pretty much coached up and doing what they have to do. And Joey doing good this early in his career, that's really going to be good for us and for him because that gives him a lot of experience and understanding what he's going to have to go against the next 4 years or 3 years or however long he's here. That just going to help us out a lot. So when we have to rotate our D linemen, we know that everybody knows what they're doing, everybody has experience, and we won't have to worry about anything.
How complicated is it to be a freshman and try to pick it up and excel with everything you're asked to do? It seems like it's a lot on one plate.
Yeah, when you're a freshman, it's kind of a lot on one plate because when you're in high school, a lot of freshmen probably have 1 or 2 plays on defense or no more than 5. But in college, they pack it on. But we have great coaches to let them understand the concepts of how we do things and what we're going to do. And I feel like once you start rolling, the game starts slowing down for you. So once you start making plays and understanding what you have to do, the game starts slowing down. And once you start slowing down, you can just be able to play. And I feel that's what he's doing right now.
Ryan,
Thanks, Ryan.
Pretty funny that you and Biddle